Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is a Twin Flames reading, messages from Divine Masculine. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's the middle of the week, and we're going to do a quick little ditty-do on the Divine Masculine energy. We're going to get an update on the DM, yo. We're going to get an update on the DM, yo. I've got some cool news for you guys. My head coach is going to start posting tarot readings on this channel. How about that? Yes, sirree, Bob. Her name is Andrea. She is my, well, I guess you could say I'm the head coach, right, for New World All-Star. But, you know, I've got two coaches other than myself, right? So there you go. She's a superstar and she loves doing tarot. I think you'll find her perspective refreshing and very different. She's much more mellow than I am. So it's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to it. Now she's going to do them just Wednesdays and I'll be doing the rest of them, right? So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at least for now. Maybe I'll have her do more later. I don't know. We'll just kind of play around with it and see how it goes. It's just, I just thought it would be kind of a fun thing to do and to get her perspective on things. So she's going to start doing the readings for Wednesdays, and this is going to be next Wednesday, I think. Yeah, the third. Yeah, next Wednesday. Yep. So that's going to be super awesome. My students, by the way, they absolutely adore Andrea. She's so well-spoken. She's so good at what she does. I brought her on board with New World All-Star for a reason. She really, really gets this journey. Of course, her twin flame is permanently in her life as well. And la-di-da. It's all happy times from here on up. Speaking of changes, you're going to see a lot of other changes on this channel. I'm just going to take things in a more focused direction. I kind of thought maybe I could share some of my experiences with you guys. What is it like after union? What is life like after union, right? And I've talked a little bit about that on this channel, and I often give the impression, although, what's the word? Unintentionally, I think is the word. Give the impression that nothing changes and nothing could be further from the truth. Yeah, things are amazing, but the ascension, that's what goes on. And the good and bad of it, the yin and yang of it, that's still there. I mean, you're still going to be on Earth living in a system of duality, so you're going to have those things come along. But the way you deal with things and the way that things affect you is what's different, right? You feel different. And you have a completely different perspective on those things. Good, bad, right? Light, dark, whatever. Speak of the devil. There's the high priestess, right? Just to kind of sum it up for you. But also to realize that you're a creator and you're actually, through what you believe, creating all the circumstances of your life situation. And that means you have absolute control too, right? It puts you in charge, puts you in the driver's seat. But you're clear about who you are. You are the soul. You are the consciousness, which is what your twin flame showed you. You are consciousness. You are a soul. And, you know, like you could ask one of my students, what about them? What happens with them? Well, I'll tell you what happens with them. You increase your consciousness, they won't go away. They won't leave you alone. Your twin flame, they're there. They don't ever go away. And that's what you think you want, and what I'm telling you is that's just the extra stuff. That's just the byproduct of what you're doing. You're very focused on your ascension, and one of the things I want to talk about on this channel going forward is doing it intentionally, doing your ascension on purpose. And I even tried, there was a couple times, and I didn't realize this is what I was doing, but I was like going backwards. Right? And the universe immediately slapped me on the butt every time I would try to go backwards, and it created a lot of pain and frustration. And I've heard people ask the question, can you go back into the dark night of the soul even after your first go around? And the answer is not really. I don't know if that's really the right label, but you can have ups and downs until you are conscious about it and you choose not to have them anymore. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I've mastered about this journey. That's why I'm here teaching this to you guys, because you can do this on purpose, guys. You can be intentional about it on purpose so that the drama is out of your life completely, like permanently, right? You just have to be conscious of what the fuck your ego is doing, basically. And it's beautiful. It's great. Life blesses you left and right. Well, look at this. Okay, this is not a bad card. I just want to say that right off the bat. The Devil at the bottom of the deck for Divine Masculine. A lot of people look at this card and they go, oh, it's the Devil. That's a bad card. No, it's not a bad card. Okay, there's no good bad in the tarot deck. There might be experiences that we find undesirable. Now, just to give you an example of what I mean by experiences that we find undesirable. The Tower card, right? The Tower card, for example. So the Tower card, which I think comes after the Devil, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Tower is 16. Yeah, 16, and then the Star is 17. Anyway, right? Is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on, now I'm curious. Yes, the Tower 16 and the Star 17. Bam, I am a tarot badass. Okay, so anyway, the Devil, in contrast to the Tower is perhaps what you might call undesirable, right? And the thing about the Tower is it could actually be bringing blessings into you, but at the time, it's incredibly painful, right? Now, the Devil isn't exactly like that. The Devil is different in that it's not really bad, so to speak. The Devil is just telling you that you may be unconsciously putting a chain around your neck. You may be unconsciously limiting yourself, holding yourself back, binding you to somebody, right? Okay, right. Now, this has got F the karmic written all over it, this whole reading, especially because of this, okay? So this is exactly where Divine Masculine is. I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this since I started posting tarot readings again last week. Divine Masculine is ready to sit down and have that tough conversation with the karmic. And again, the karmic could be a partner, it could be a job, it could be friends, it could be family, whatever the situation is. Whatever it is, it's usually the cooked up, flimsy excuse that they give you, Divine Feminine, to run from you. Okay, so it's time. Like this card coming out at the bottom of the deck, this is like the addiction, the affliction, the attachment, the unhealthy attachment, right? That Divine Masculine has to this person or situation is like really in their face. We're going to rub it in your face. Really fucking rub it in your face like, oh. So it's going to be really hard for not just DM, but, oh, you know, everybody in the entire life situation to see, come on camera, to see that he or she, your so-called Divine Masculine twin, has got this really useless kind of addiction or need, or I think addiction is the right word, to the person or situation, right? It's like, why are you, attachment, like, why are you still in this? What are you doing? Like, all this situation does is cause you pain, and everybody's telling them that. Now, they might not be telling you that, okay? And that's what this card is telling you, this Six of Cups right here, right? So Divine Masculine is busy shit posting on social media about how great their fucking life situation is. But guys, everybody does that, right? Everybody does that. So that shouldn't come as any surprise. And they might even be telling you how great things are, and you're talking to them, and you're talking to their friends, and everybody thinks everything's great. Oh yeah? Well, try being a fly on the wall inside their house every evening when they're talking to their spouse, partner, whatever. Okay, Page of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles towards the so-called karmic situation, recent past. Now, this is basically the Queen of Pentacles. This is what Divine Masculine thought they were after. It's not working out. It was never a good idea from the start. That's why this card comes out in the reverse. It was never a good idea from the start. Okay? And whatever trials and tribulations Divine Masculine may have been going through, any of that stuff that did come to the surface, they're trying to make it look like everything got worked out and everything is going to be okay. Not so. Not so, says New World All-Star, the tarot reader. Okay, now towards you, Divine Feminine, very interesting. The High Priestess next to the Five of Wands in reverse. Now this is starting to make sense. So this is this deeper pull that they have towards you that they can't say no to. Okay, and I've talked about this before. They don't know why they run when they run. And when they stay, they don't know why they stay. Okay, so this is a very difficult, very strong inner conflict of I want to be with you, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Does that sound familiar? I love you and I want to be with you, but I just can't. It's just too much. It's just too good. Right? Have they ever said stuff like that to you? I mean, take what I said and apply it to your situation, but haven't they ever said things like that to you before? This is so good. It's so powerful. It feels so good when I'm with you, but it's just too good. It's just too much. I just can't, right? And you're like, wait a minute. Isn't that what everybody wants? Like, why would you say no to that? What's, and you're looking at tarot readings on the internet because you're trying to figure out what's really going on. Ah, yeah. Did I hit the nail on the head? I thought so. Okay. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. Okay, look at this. 10 of Pentacles at the very heart of the reading. Exactly. This is what I'm telling you. Divine Masculine is headed for everything I ever wanted and everything I ever dreamed of. Now, you are your twin flame, right? Right? Did you know that? Most people do. Okay, twin flames are one soul in two bodies. Everybody knows that the soul incarnates and deincarnates and reincarnates, right? This is just two incarnations of your soul in the same time period. That's all this is, okay? And you met them, and your soul is just trying to awaken you out of the unconscious, ego-identified state that you have lived in, and that's not your fault. Okay, everybody on earth does that. Everybody believes they are the ego, the personality, right? That's where they derive their sense of self from, okay? You're being called on to look at that and to step outside of that and align with the very consciousness, the soul, that's what the soul is, the very consciousness that is taking you on this journey, using the vehicle of this other person. And it starts out extremely painfully. You might be hearing me say that, and you're going, but Kurt, look at all the shitty things that they did to me. Ah, not so fast. That's the ego, guys. That's exactly the problem. So if you transcend those controlling thought patterns and the projections that you put onto the other person, not only do you feel better, but they come back and they want to be with you and they don't leave. And they stop acting like that. And you're going, really? That's interesting. Tell me more. I will tell you more. All right, look at this. The Empress and the Wheel of Fortune, both in the reverse, towards the so-called karmic situation. I mean, this has just got non-starter written all over it. This is what's coming down the pike very soon, Divine Feminine. Why? Well, probably because you're starting to figure out what this journey is really all about. It's not about the person, although the person seems to have something to do with it, but you just know that it's something deeper, right? So why does Divine Masculine say, I love you and I want to be with you and this is the most amazing thing ever, and then take off? I just can't though. It's just too good. Why do they say that? Remember, I said I was going to address that. It's because you're approaching this whole thing through the ego, Divine Feminine. You are. And you didn't realize you were doing that. It's not your fault. You're not bad for doing that. That's what your mom and dad taught you and your peers in society, and that's just what humans do. It's called the human condition, but you're here to step outside of that. Remember, you're the consciousness, and when you do, that's when the running and chasing stops. That's why they're pulling away from the karmic. Is this making sense to you? You're not your mind, Divine Feminine. You are the awareness beneath the thought. That's your twin flame. The mind is polarized. The mind is duality. It's yin-yang. All right, and that's kind of where the whole yin-yang symbol came from, or at least part of where it came from, is this observation that our physical universe is duality, and that includes the mind, the ego, the personality, right? So the harder you push, the harder they pull. Push, pull. It's just energy. Okay, it's duality, it's energy, it's duality-based energy. Push, pull, positive, negative, light, dark, DM, DF, etc., etc. Okay, you push, they pull. That's why the harder you think about them and the more that you obsess over them, the harder they run. Ah, okay, Kurt, what do I do? Keep watching. Okay, Six of Pentacles in reverse, Strength in reverse. So the thought of losing out on a beautiful life with you, Divine Feminine, makes them nervous and weak in the knees. Okay, this is very deep subconscious stuff. Why are they going through this? And they're not even saying anything to you. I mean, maybe they're throwing you signals. Maybe they're actually saying things. I don't know. But even if they're not, even if they have you blocked, it doesn't matter. I mean, that's why you're watching a tarot reading anyway, right? You want to know what's really going on. Why would they be feeling this way? Because you are ascending. You are leaving behind duality, Divine Feminine. You're merging with the singularity, the non-duality of Source, the true self, consciousness, the soul, the great I am. Okay? And did you know that's what was happening to you? Well, you do now. This is the true spiritual journey, guys. This is no different than thousands of years old, traditional Zen spiritualism, all the stuff on the internet about healing and mission and clearing karma and fixing your inner child and sending healing energy to your divine masculine. Fuck that. Okay, it's not going to help you right now. Maybe that'll help you later, but just worry about that later. Much later. Right now, all you need to do is focus on going within. And you're going to take these cards and look at how this is turning out. We're going to get to this in a minute. Look at how this is turning out. Okay, Divine Feminine? You just have to remember who you are. You are the consciousness. Guys, this is why I'm the #1 twin flame coach in the whole world. Because I'm not teaching you anything new or far-fetched or weird or anything that hasn't been tried before. This is traditional Zen spiritualism. That's all I teach. It's the same thing. Buddha, Jesus, Krishna, the Dalai Lama, Eckhart Tolle, same exact thing. Same exact thing. Tried and true traditional Zen spiritualism. None of this new agey stuff. Okay? And there's nothing really wrong with the new agey stuff, but it's not going to help you right now. Okay? Go watch my free coaching videos if you want to know what I'm talking about. I am different than all the other twin flame coaches as far as I know. I mean, I've seen a couple of other twin flame coaches who are former students of mine, and that's great, guys. I want them to do that. I want this message to get put out there because I seem to be the only person doing it. I don't know why. I'm sorry if that sounds like a brag or something, but seriously, put yourself in my shoes for a second. You're the one and only person it's like I'm Albert Einstein or some shit, right? And I'm not trying to compare myself to him, but I do like physics a lot, but you're the only one that figured this thing out, and everybody else is saying everything the opposite way of how it actually works. You know what I mean? The soul is your twin flame, guys. The soul is your twin flame. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You got to do soul stuff. All that other healing and clearing karma and sending healing energy to your divine masculine, that's all mental. That's all the ego. It wants an outcome. It doesn't like the way things are today. The soul is just super surrendered and super detached, and you just have to go in there, guys. That's all you got to do. And bam, your twin flame starts chasing you. And it's crazy how fast it happens. You won't even believe it. So go watch my free coaching videos, or you can sign up for my paid coaching. It's not that much money, really. It's very, very affordable, and it's so comprehensive. You won't even believe it, guys. It's not thousands of dollars. All the other twin flame coaches that I've ever come across, it's like a couple $1,000. to get started. No, not with me. No. And you get actual twin flame coaching. Okay, it's like they're teaching soulmates or something, and that's cool, and I'm not dogging anybody. It's just, guys, they're not helping you. I think these are sincere people that really want to help you, but they're not. They're not. I'm sorry. I know. I mean, sometimes that can sound arrogant. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sound arrogant. I promise. But I was there, guys. I was in your shoes looking all over the internet for advice, and nobody knew what the hell to do. And then one day I figured out, wait a minute, we're the same soul. And this was after I had a very deep spiritual experience that you call Satori. Okay? And my twin flame, boom, she unblocked me and started making love confessions, like within hours. She unblocked me. She started making love confessions. She wanted to come see me. She started sending me naughty selfies right after I had this experience called Satori. And I already knew what that was. I already knew what that was, guys. And it just clicked. I just said, wait a minute. We're polarized at the level of the mind, because every time I start thinking about her and obsessing over her and believing that she is separate from me, that's when I would get separation and she would take off running again. Interesting, interesting. Now, when I went within and I merged energetically with the consciousness of unity, where we are one, my twin flame and I, where we are one, unity consciousness, as they call it in traditional Zen spiritualism, guess what happened? Union, unity consciousness. And guys, that's right out of the Tao. Unity consciousness, that's what they call that. That's where the word came from, union, right? The ego is called separation consciousness. That's not an accident, guys. And the more I look around, and when I really, right now I'm in the middle of they call, ooh. Is it this little one? It's this one, yep. Right now I'm in the middle of what they call a literature review. I'm getting ready to do a clinical study, a science-based clinical study on twin flames. And right now I'm in the middle of what they call a literature review. And the more that I dig into the history of this phenomenon, I'm finding that this information is the true traditional information about twin flames, but along came the internet, and now nobody knows what to do. Thank you, internet. Anyway, that's enough of that, guys. Earth force. Earth force. Well, there you go, guys. Earth force. So these are very, very primal, earth-shattering energies that are coming in to assist you and Divine Masculine on this ascension journey. And of course, Divine Masculine, they're going to come along like, hey, I've got a great idea. How about I stop running from you and instead you be my wife or husband or partner, or maybe we can go on a date, or let's sleep together, or whatever it is. And they're going to approach you like this is this brand new amazing thing that they never thought of before. And you're like, okay, dude, I've only been bugging you about that for however long now, months, years, I don't know. But fine, no problem, no problem. And whoops, drop that card on the floor. Okay, towards the karmic. Not a nice conversation is going to take place, guys. The Queen of Swords next to the Eight of Wands. The Queen of Swords. So, lots of truth, lots of big changes, fast. Lots of truth, lots of big changes, fast. They're just going to tell them the truth, guys. Okay? Either that or they're going to get, oh, nope, wrong, sorry. They're lying, guys. There's some shit that's going to get exposed. That's what this is. That's what it is. Yep, they're going to get exposed. That's what it is, guys. They're going to get caught in the middle of a fucking lie. And I don't think that has anything to do with you. It might actually make you want to be with them even more. I don't know. I mean, depending on what it is. But, ouch, that's going to be, I don't even know what to say about it. It's going to be kind of an explosion, guys. All right, towards you, Divine Feminine, the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Right, so it's going to be a much softer energy. They're going to be around. They're going to want to rekindle with you. They're going to want to start talking. Well, that's good news. That's good news. So expect to hear from them in the next week or two with some kind of an apology, some kind of offering. Well, that's kind of nice. Well, it's about time, Divine Masculine. Of course, then again, you are the one. You, Divine Feminine, you caused that. How did you cause that? You are your twin flame. Remember that. Remember that. You are them. All right, guys, give me a like. I would appreciate it. Also, please don't forget to hit the bell notification. Hit that bell button when you subscribe, guys. That way you get notifications when you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be back tomorrow for another stupendous video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great Wednesday, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.